Yo, what's up fam? It's your boy G-Streezy here, and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to be checking out the Spider-Man games. Spider-Man 1 from 2016, Spider-Man Miles Morales, I think that was like 2020, and then Spider-Man 2, of course, is 2024. So hope you guys enjoy this, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. I wish this would come to Xbox, but unfortunately it's not on Xbox, and I don't know if it ever will be, but it is on PlayStation and PC. As you guys know, Xbox is actually, they're basically coming over to PlayStation, so most of their games and exclusives are coming to PlayStation and Switch. So I wish Nintendo and PlayStation would do the same. I'd never care for the exclusive stuff, but overall, guys, before we get started, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started with the video.
I don't know. A lot.
So the controls are in the next room.
So first off, guys, I just have to say this game is amazing. All three of them are really, really good. So far, I think Spider-Man 2 is the best one. But as you can see right here, some gameplay. I'm trying to keep it spoiler-free, even though this is kind of a story mission here. If you're a big fan of like the Arkham games back in the day, like the Batman Arkham, like, what is it, Knight, Arkham Asylum, and stuff like that, you really like this, as well as Gotham Knights. As you know, guys, I actually really enjoyed Gotham Knights. That was a really good game. It was very underrated, and a lot of people actually didn't like it, but I swear, guys, you guys need to check that out too. Especially if it's on it, you could probably get it for like $20 now, but that game is really good too, especially with some friends, because you can choose up to, I think it's co-op. Yeah, it's well, obviously it's co-op. I played it, but I don't think you can go up to like 4 friends. I think it's only 2, but it's pretty sweet. It's basically like kind of like Spider-Man, but with 2-player. It's kind of disappointing that this was not co-op, even though you can play as both Spider-Man and Miles. As you can see right here, here is like the suits. It's very similar to the other games. You upgrade your gadgets here in your skill tree, and Miles and Spider-Man both have their own skill tree as well as a skill tree together, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, you also have Wraith and some other people on. I don't want to give too much away, guys, but there are some other guys, other allies on here that'll just pop in here and help you sometimes when you're just playing through the story. So it's a really good game, guys. I highly recommend all of them. Unfortunately, with PlayStation games, I think most PlayStation games do suffer this, but there's not a whole lot of replayability after you complete the story and basically get all the trophies. Like, there's really nothing to do after that except run around and do crimes. Of course, they do have New Game Plus, and if you're into that stuff. Me personally, I'm not really into it. But overall, the games are still great, even if you just do one playthrough like I did. And the trophies are easy. I will post all 3 of the games right here on the screen now and show you that yeah, they're pretty easy to get. And you honestly do not have to follow a guide for the trophies. PlayStation exclusive trophies are relatively easy to get. But the only games that do not suffer from like replayability is games like Helldivers. Of course, that's a live service, but most of these single-player exclusive games do suffer from replayability, because when you replay it, obviously you get the same story and all. So there's that. Just keep that in mind if you ever want to play these games. But yeah, story is really good on all these games, to be honest. I did actually like Miles Morales a little bit better than the Spider-Man 1 game, just I guess because of his powers, and I don't know, it's just something about Miles that I really liked. And then of course you got Spider-Man 2. To me, it's the best one because you can switch between both You could kind of do it on the fly, kind of like, as you can see right here on the screen, switch to Miles right there. It's kind of like the Grand Theft Auto 5 game. Of course, if you played the single player, you could just switch on the fly, kind of. Of course, there are certain missions that you can only play with Spider-Man, Peter, and then the other one's Miles. So keep that in mind. It is based in New York, guys, from Spider-Man 1. So keep that in mind. I think Miles Morales was also in New York. So all 3 games are based in New York, of course, because that's basically the origin of the Spider-Man. The combat as well is really, really well done. I think that's probably the strong suit of the game, the combat and the story. But outside of that, that's it, really. The web slinging is really good and everything. Of course, unfortunately as well, guys, a lot of these games do feel a lot alike. They all feel like very, very similar, even though it took them like 4 years to develop each one. They all play the same. I hate to say it, but after you played the first one, the other 2 do feel like a DLC. Of course, you got a lot more stuff to do in Spider-Man 2 out of all the other ones. And yeah, keep that in mind as well, guys. Again, it's going to feel very similar once you get past the first game. And another bad thing is PlayStation does price their games very, very expensive. Unless you buy it used at like on eBay or GameStop or something, you could probably get it cheaper. But as far as their digital games, they hardly ever go on sale. So I would recommend you guys buy a physical copy of the games. Don't buy the digital, because even though these games are, especially like the first Spider-Man, even though it's old, the game's like full price. So unless you're digital only, then you're kind of screwed on that part. But yeah, graphically the game's beautiful on all 3 games. Now Miles Morales, that's more Miles Morales, the second game, it's almost more of a spin-off than the actual mainline game. So I would probably, you can get that way cheaper, because I think they priced it differently, if I'm not mistaken, because it's way shorter too. So keep that in mind. So but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I highly recommend them. They're very good games. Again, they're going to feel a lot alike once you play one of them. So unfortunately, that's, just a bad thing about it. And, there's a lot of repeatable stuff. I think every open world game suffers from that as well. You got collectibles, you got events. You'll be pretty occupied with the second Spider-Man game. That's probably the longest one. It's probably like 30 or 40 hours. I think it took me like 44 hours, but I was taking my time and doing everything. So it could be shorter for you or longer for you, just depending on your play style. I don't rush my games, so if you're a guy that just bone rushes the game, you could probably get it done in 20-25 hours. So but yeah, I am going to list all my cons and pros right here on the screen now, and this does include all the games. Spider-Man 2 obviously is my favorite one, but I will list all my cons and pros on here and give you my final verdict. So if this video has helped you guys in any way, please feel free to like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this game. Really the series. I keep saying this game, but the entire series as a whole. And let me know if you played it, if you plan on playing it, or whatever. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video as well, as I enjoy making them, and hope you found some informative value today. And yeah, just hope you guys enjoyed it overall. But anyways, guys, I hope you take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.